My first story is pesticides in childhood cancer. In 1978 to 1985, which is a span of 7 years, a little town of 6,200 people called McFarland in California had 13 cases of cancer, which was caused by 12 million pesticides that were used on grapes. 1/3 of those pesticides were known to cause cancer, and when the locals heard this, they wanted to act. The United Farm Workers boycotted growing grapes, and the McFarland's Cancer Cluster started a campaign to urge growers to stop the use of the 4 pesticides which were believed to cause cancer and birth defects. With this campaign and the boycott, this sparked a U.S. EPA investigation that spanned from 1997 to 2002. The EPA collected soil, drinking water, outdoor air, and indoor dust samples. All these tests, the EPA ruled the area not eligible to be on the Super Nation of Priorities list, but remains unofficially determined, with researchers inactive continuing to research for answers. My second story is about the Pacific Garbage Patch, which was located between Hawaii and California. It spans 600 million kilometers squared. It is home to 79,000 tons of plastic that is floating inside the marine area. All the garbage that gets into the subtropical gyre gets trapped there by a clockwise rotation from the current of the ocean. As the plastic is trapped for years upon end, the plastic is breaks down into small dust pieces, but some are still big enough to float to the coast around Japan and California. It came to the public attention mainly around 1997 when a sailor named Charles Moore was on his route and saw a sea of plastic. He revisited this following year and found that it was expanding and getting denser. Researchers from the Foundation Agalita that he founded in 1994 began to engage with the marine litter problem. It was ignored. But in 2015 and 2016, the ocean cleanup crew pointed out the density of debris in Garbage Patch was greater than expected and that the plastics had absorbed pollutants, making them poisonous for marine life. The question, though, is why the plastic is still here. This is because the plastic's durability, low cost, and malleability. It has been continuously used for industrial products and individual packages for customers. But the downside of this is that the plastic goods are not biodegradable, but instead break down into smaller pieces. Oceanographers and ecologists recently discovered that 70% of marine debris actually sinks to the bottom of the ocean. With all this plastic in the ocean, wildlife has been greatly affected, such as marine mammals like seals who get entangled in abandoned plastic fishing nets and other large objects. The plastic that floats to the top of the ocean blocks the sunlight reaching plankton and algae below. Algae and plankton are the most common autotrophs. These organisms can produce their own nutrients from oxygen, carbon, and sunlight. This algae and plankton communities are threatened. The entire food web gets adversely affected. Animals that feed on algae and plankton, such as fish and turtles, as well as predators such as tuna, sharks, and whales, will have less available food. How to fix this problem? We first have to increase the biodegradable resources, eliminating plastic in general. This will help better our environment on land and in water. The Plastic Pollution Coalition Group is now addressing this environmental and social issue to the public, so we can start this change immediately. Thank you.